Okay, so this video is a little different just because I'm filming it on literally like a Go phone that you can get from like Walmart. But anyway, first things first, we're gonna get some incense going. Let me see here. So I've got Ozzy here. That's who we will be talking about. Um, so I just literally I trip out about him, day and night. Um, Ozzy has some crazy ability to really just know. Um, I don't know how to entirely turn my day around. Um, Let me see here. All right, so I'm just getting this incense going here. So this, I don't know where he got it, but this is just a little dragon incense burner that my roommate acquired. And then this incense that he picked up at Sugar Magnolias in Soldotna, Alaska. I gotta find. Hold on, I gotta go grab the lighter. BRB. Okay. Yeah, it's from India. All right. I like. I'm actually kind of new to the whole incense thing, but I kind of love it. Like, um, anyway, I'll just leave that right there. Um, I'm kind of new to the whole incense thing, but my roommate just went and bought a whole bunch, and we've been using it a lot. Anyway, so given that this is like a really cheap phone, I don't know what the memory on it is, so I will try and maybe make this brief. But yeah, just tripping out about Ozzy, and um, yeah, he like I said, he just has some crazy ability to really turn a day around. I'm trying to get him like certified to be a emotional support animal um, for PTSD or CPTSD, I guess in my case. And anyway, yeah, and there's a lot of crazy people out there that are like, oh, I'm gonna bring my horse on the plane or whatever. And it's like, I'm not gonna get into it, but anyway, I'm not about to do that. Like I don't, I think that's all fine and dandy, but like to have that, I'm just trying to. Okay, all right, that's something like trying to take this jacket off, but I gotta remove the python. Okay. Anyway, so I wouldn't be one of those like crazy people. But anyway, yeah, Ozzy is just a trip, and ball pythons in general, like this is pretty much, if you what this is what you see is what you get. And anyway, I feel like they all have their own little unique personalities. I certainly think that about Ozzy, because he's my third snake by now, and I feel like, um, looking back And especially having him, it's like he is just different from the other ones and trips me out, you know. And anyway, this is like uh this is him just hanging out. Yeah. We had some visitors over the other day, and I happened to have had Ozzy out here just chilling with me, and they were all like, "Oh, you have a snake," and and I talked to them a little bit about what they're like and how they behave, and people never believe you. You could tell people like, "Oh, they're totally fine," but you know, at least I feel like a majority of the time, people like they, I don't know, they don't generally take your word for that. Um, because it's like, oh, I've got these Dobermans and they're the nicest dogs you'll ever meet, which I'm sure is true for the owners of Dobermans. I'm just saying, like, that's like, people just, I don't know, there's just this negative connotation or association with snakes because there are the venomous ones that can, kill like thousands of people, if they really wanted to in one strike with the amount of poison in there, whatever, But these guys are straight up constrictors, so they literally just eat like rodents. I'm sure maybe they could eat with some larger prey if they really wanted to, like rabbits and whatever. But, um, like, no, they just small prey overall, and I mean in contrast to people, um and yeah, they don't, I mean they bite, they can bite, but I'm not saying they bite like people, but it definitely happens. I was not with him. He's never shown any signs whatsoever of any kind of aggression or whatever. But with Segura though, Segura one time tagged me, I think is the term. But um I had him around my neck, and I was like, I kind of had my hand up in my face, like, and I was probably biting my nails watching the movie, and like um and then he kind of tagged me. It was weird. It freaked me out more than anything because it was unexpected. But it was like I wasn't worried. I don't even think he broke the skin. It was just like a little warning strike, kind of, but it was unexpected, and I was like, and I think I just ended up. I put him back, and I was like, in his little house, and figured he just was not feeling it as far as being handled. Which, oh, speaking of which, the last video I made with Ozzy, I was all talking about like one of these days, he might escape on me, but I fear the day, I dread the day, and then sure enough, the same morning or afternoon, whatever it was that I made that video, I I got him out, and I was on the couch and ended up passing out. Like I was exhausted, and I passed out. Woke up hours later. It's like the evening. I don't know. It's nighttime, and I wait. Well, it was probably like 5 o'clock, I should say. But like, um, in Alaska, it's pitch black out at that time, and like, so, um, anyway, I wake up hours later, 5 o'clock or so, maybe even 8 o'clock. It's all been a blur, but like, um, and I'm like getting ready, kind of starting to get ready for work, um, and I peek in the bike because this is down in the basement in the garage, and Um, and so I go upstairs and I peek in my room to see how he's doing. And I'm like, oh, that's really weird. His hide is moved as if like at some point I took him out. I mean, obviously I took him out, but like I never put him back in because anyway, it was unusual to see his living space like that. Like it was different, and so I was like, I totally had him out, before I passed out on the couch, and so I'm in like panic mode, and I run. I'm like, okay, well, I just woke up. The door was closed. I made sure because that's something like you know, if you can kind of just really consolidate where their escape area was. And so I was like, okay, because I unfortunately had been through this before. So, oh, here he is. I keep like, I'm the worst at that. I keep like just getting distracted. But, um, anyway, yeah, so I just narrowed down, where could he have gone? And, I've been through it before. And a lot of times, one of the first places you want to check outside of your like immediate area, if you just lost them, is like warm areas, like heaters. If you have like, baseboard heating basically, which is what pretty much I've always had. So uh one time Segura got all tangled up. Well, he wasn't tangled up. He was just like ball pythons, they can like slither into a tight area, and then they have a way of like kind of relaxing and like fluffing themselves out, and so they're really lodged in there. And when it's a tight space like that, it can be really difficult to get them out. But fortunately, in that case, I was able to get them out. But um, anyway, yeah. But I found him. That was this, just back to saying how he's so good about just kind of staying close by, even when he may or may not even been trying to stay close by. But he was like a foot away from me the whole time. Basically, we have this couch up against the wall, and he was. It took me maybe like a total of 5 or 10 minutes to find him. I eventually found him. He was kind of. I think he had slithered off of me, went up on the back of the couch, and either fell or something. I think he fell, unfortunately, which is so he probably fell like a foot or two onto the ground there from the couch. And anyway, he was totally just chilling out back there behind the couch and the wall and the floor. I felt terrible because he was a little cold when I found him, so I went and got him warmed up immediately. And I apologized to him and told him how good he was for not running off on me, because that is, as a snake owner, when you if you ever lose your snake, it is terrifying emotionally. Like, you know, um, and anyway, so just wanted to kind of give a little recap on yeah, that incident, and just take out Ozzy and brag about him a little bit. he just he trips me out. Like, he's so loving and affectionate and precious and calm and gentle, and I can't believe that people think that this is a monster, because I mean, they're just, I mean, look at that face. Oh, and those eyes, they're so precious. Oh, Ozzy. Anyway, that's probably all for now. All right.